Organic compounds. What are organic compounds? Organic compounds are carbon compounds except inorganic compounds. That is, compounds containing carbon and hydrogen. In the beginning of the lesson, I told you the basic facts related to carbon, don't you remember? Why carbon form large number of compounds in nature when compared to other elements? Think about the valency of carbon. How many electrons are present in the outermost shell of carbon? Exactly, carbon has 4 electrons in its outermost shell, right? So, it shows a great tendency to form covalent bonding with other elements. Now see the table. What type of bond do the carbon shows in the following compounds? Yes, in the first compound you can see a single bond. In the next 2 compounds you can see the presence of double and a triple bond. These type of compounds are generally known as hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are compounds containing only carbon and hydrogen. So children, I told you, carbon forms numerous compounds because of its valency. But there are other factors which makes it responsible for the increase in number of carbon compounds. Let's see one by one. The ability of catenation is very high. What is catenation? Catenation is the ability of atoms of an element to combine among themselves. In comparison to other elements, the ability of carbon for the catenation is very high. Now look at the structure of some of the hydrocarbons. Next is the presence of single, double and triple bonds in carbon compounds. Carbon can form either single, double or triple bond between them. Hence, it can form a large number of compounds. And also, carbon atoms combine together to form many straight chain, ring or branched chain compounds. So these are the certain properties that makes carbon to show a wide variety of compounds in nature. And these carbon compounds have diverse properties and complex structures. The branch of chemistry that deals with the study of carbon compounds are called organic chemistry. So it is a separate branch of chemistry which deals with these type of compounds. Dear children, you can learn more about carbon compounds, their naming and their characteristics in higher classes. So children, did you understand the differences between the organic compounds and inorganic compounds of carbon? Well, so we have completed the lesson, The World of Carbon. What all things we learned in this lesson? In the beginning, we discussed the presence of carbon in nature. We learned the different allotropic forms of carbon, both crystalline and amorphous forms. We discussed about the structure, characteristic features and uses. After that, we learned the laboratory preparation of carbon dioxide and also we discussed how carbonate salt can be identified. Then we move on to carbon cycle and understood the importance of carbon cycle in the atmosphere. We learned the different ways in which the carbon dioxide exchanged over the earth. There are various activities that increase the amount of carbon dioxide in nature. This increased amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere leads to the process greenhouse effect. As a result of the greenhouse effect, the average temperature of the earth and atmosphere increases. This condition is known as global warming. Later, we discussed about the consequences of global warming and suggested some preventive measures to resist global warming effectively. Later, we learnt about the characteristic features of the gas carbon monoxide and its uses. At last, we discussed about organic compounds and its characteristic properties. So hope you understood why carbon is able to form such a large number of compounds. So children, watch the video properly, study well, ask your doubts if any. So thank you for watching this video.